Let this season of joy, the season of Christmas, should be the season of love. Let's love one another. Jesus said, the person who asked the question, which is the greatest commandment of all, and Jesus said, love the Lord and love your neighbor. And this is the greatest of all. And we are called to love our neighbor and those who are around us. Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount very clearly, love your enemy. If you love whom you love already, so what is the benefit? There's no benefit in that. You love the same person and you spend time with them and talk with them. At the same time, in your workplace, there are certain people, when they brought something against you and you don't want to spend time with them or talk with them, and you kind of, go away from them, or, having some, bitterness or some hard time with them, how you are going to deal with those people? Take time and spend time with them. Do something. As I said in Galatians chapter 6 verse 7, sow the seed. God is not mocked. Whatever you sow, that you will reap. If you sow the good seeds of love, I still remember when I was studying in the Bible college, I know a man with whom I walked for 1 year, and the best lesson that I learned from him is that, very often he takes someone, even he may have little money, but he takes the person and take him to the small, coffee shop and spend time with the person with the coffee and tea. The person may, kind of saying some words negative about him, but still he go up to the person and ask him, please come for it. And they spend time together and talking and bringing, great fellowship. What a lesson that, that we could learn from such a people. And if you look at the life of Jesus, that's exactly. Jesus said on the cross, Lord, forgive them. They really don't know what they are doing. He's going after them. They nailed him on the cross. They crucified him on the cross. But Jesus understood something beyond. That is, they really don't know what they are doing. Father, you forgive them. Just because of me, forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing. This is the love, the greatest love of understanding. That's the understanding that we must have. People may bring some false allegation upon you, or saying something negative about you, or gossiping after you, about you to someone. But you must have the greater understanding of love and say, they really don't know what they are doing. I still love them. I really care about them. I can't imagine how they are doing to me, but still I love them. I want to show my love to them. That's all about the Christian life. And we are called to be like that. There are some people, make a lot of, promise, but they break the promise and they go away. And because they are self-centered, they run after their own life. And they don't care about you, but still we are called to love them. Jesus said to his disciple, the Gospel of John, you love one another. You love those who are around you, so that they may know that you are my disciple. Paul, in his letter in the 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, there we see he's talking about the spiritual gift, concerning the spiritual gift. There you see the entire chapter, Paul is talking about all the spiritual gift. And then the words 31st, he says, but above all the spiritual gift, but earnestly I decide that the best gift, and I want to show you the more excellent way, the best gift is that. In chapter 13, though I speak with the tongue of men, of angels, but have not love, I have become the sounding brass, a clanging cymbals. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mystery and all knowledge, though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but I have not love, Paul is saying, I'm nothing. And though I bestow all my good to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. We all long for spiritual gift, don't we? We want, we want to have a lot of spiritual gifts like a healing and prophecy, and some wants to, preach well, some wants to go all around the world and preaching, and even it says, the verse 3, it says that even though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, but you can do some even charity works without love, just to show that how great you are, or just for yourself. It's not that you do for love, just to show. The Bible says very clearly that the man look outward appearance, what you do, how you do everything, but only God can see what is in your heart. Even before you speak, He knows what is in your heart. Though you speak something, though you speak a lot of fantastic things, but He can see what is in your heart. And that's all about, that's the matter. And God just look at that. That's what it says, that you prophesy, you heal, and you do all things, you preach about it, and you do Sunday after Sunday, you preach and teach and do all those things. Even you feed the poor and you bestow all your goods for that. But if you do that without love from your heart, it profits me nothing. The person, Jesus said one parable that, the Pharisees, they went to, put, offering. And he went and put a lot of offerings, so much, he could give. But there is a widow, she just came and, put, very little amount of money. But that's all she have. But she did with a love, with the whole heart. But she could keep it for herself, because she doesn't have anything, but she could keep it for herself. But she gave it to the Lord. She did that from the heart. And that's what exactly God is looking for. And God is just looking at your heart, how you do that. Paul says here very clearly that if you really don't have love, if you are not doing anything out of love, it's all just nothing. And then he goes on to explain what is love all about. And I want encouraging you, let this season, the season of Christmas, the season of joy, the season of giving, the season of happiness, would be the season of love. Let's love one another with all our heart, with all our soul, with a good understanding. And verse 4, it says that love suffers long. Did you read that? Love suffers long. When you love someone, whatever they do, a lot of bad or gossip or doing a lot of things negative for you or towards you, but you bear everything and you suffer long and you keep loving them. The greatest example that we can find, from our Lord Jesus. How many times we gone away from Him? How many times we did the things which He hates? How many times, we disobey His law? We disobey all that He said. How many times we went away from Him? How many times we, gone after our own way? Did Jesus say, okay, that's enough, I'm done with this guy, so I don't want to do it anymore, just finish it up? Is Jesus like that? No. He suffers long. He just wait. Like, we see the parable of lost son. We call it as a prodigal son. The father is waiting for his son to come back. That is the love. It suffers long. It's kind of, the people are, just annoying you, or kind of, doing everything, that makes you, kind of, you don't want to be among those, but you suffer. You suffer with that. You suffer long enough. Even in the husband and wife relationship, sometimes the things happen, go in a wrong way, but you suffer because for the sake of Christ, for the sake of that, you love the person. But you love the person, but the things are going not in the right direction. But you suffer. But you don't like to be in that circumstances. But you have to be when you suffer. Because you love them. See, Jesus said, in the Gospel of John, it says that God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. So how He lived? He suffered His all through His lifetime. During His ministry, before also. The greatest struggling, the suffering that He has is that because He is a God, He can do anything by His own. He submit Himself to His Father, completely absolute surrender. And He suffered Himself to submit Himself to His Father. Are we submitting ourselves to our family or wife or husband? Or it's a kind of suffering that, we love them because I'm submitting myself to them. I'm surrendering myself. I love them. And Christ suffered entire His life, even on the cross, just because He loved us. And still now, He's still suffering long. He's just waiting. He's just longing. He doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to say, oh, I really love this person, but still he's going away from me. Still he's doing everything against me. But no, he's waiting. That's what we see in the book of Revelation chapter 3 verse, the end of the verse, end of the chapter, we say that He's knocking at the door. If anyone opened the door, He would come and dine with that person. What does that mean? He's still waiting. He's long suffering and just waiting for us that we would come back to Him. Because He loves us. So many divorces take place. If something, small things happen, people bust out and they say, okay, that's enough, I'm done. Let's finish it up. We don't want to suffer long. We don't want to wait. We don't want to sit and talk. We don't want to suffer long. But the love, if you have the deep love towards your spouse, your children, your colleague, you would suffer long. You would wait for them. You would pray for them. You would go after them. And you would love them. That's what Paul is saying here. It is not how much you do outwardly, but how you live inwardly, how you are love towards others. If Christ suffered for us and leaving us an example, that we must follow his footsteps.